You are worth more than you'll ever realize. You are worth something in this world. You were born into this world for a reason. Everyone has almost a God given purpose that they are born with, that they are brought into this world with. And if you don't feel special or you don't feel worthy, well, I'm telling you right now in this video, you are worthy. You are worthy of success. You are worth of more. You deserve to be loved. And I say these things because this is a message to my past version, to my younger self. See, my younger self, he never really understood what worth was growing up. He couldn't self-love himself. Self-love is one of those things that come first in life. It's like a hierarchy. It's at the top. You have to self-love yourself in order to be happy, to be at joy, and to be at peace with yourself and be enlightened. Now that I'm just a bodybuilder, a gym goer, someone that develops his physique to be the best, a lot of people just don't know my backstory. How did I spend so much time developing this confidence, this self-love? It's because I've overcame many things, many traumas, depression, growing up overweight. I was 240 pounds at once, and I was very unhappy with my life. I didn't understand the concept of worth or self-love or anything because I was so depressed and anxious waking up every single day. He never had a purpose to live. He would wake up every day and do the same old bad habits again and again and again and again, and he wouldn't stop doing them. He would go to school every day dreaded because everyone there would just make fun of him and he felt empty. The only thing that really fueled his emptiness or gave pleasure to him was video games, instant gratification habits, such as junk food, all the junk food he had at home, the bad 18 plus websites, which I don't want to say on here, but you know what I'm talking about. He would watch that 3 times, 4 times a day, and it would honestly just fill his emptiness. He really thought he was worth nothing because when you do these bad habits, you don't have a lot of worth in yourself. You don't see it. It's hard to see it. When you do the pleasurable things, it's hard to see that worth inside of you. Even with the junk food as well, he would eat countless amounts of Oreos, stuff anything he had in his closet or fridge inside of him to make himself feel full, to make himself feel good. Because the only things that made him feel good were those pleasurable activities. And so over time, he felt worthless. He felt like he was nothing to this world. He felt like he was never going to contribute anything to society. And many of you actually feel this way right now. You feel that, oh, well, I'm not going to contribute anything to this world. I'm just a cell. I'm nothing. You always have these thoughts run across your head, even when you're sleeping at night. You go in bed, you go into your comfortable sheets, and you think, well, I still am worth nothing in the end of the day, which isn't true, but you tell yourself that again and again. I get it. I grew up with depression. I grew up with social anxiety. I understand what it's like to constantly repeat those phrases that you're useless or that you're nothing inside of your head again and again and again. And I feel bad. But I always wanted to help people like my younger self, like you all watching this video right now. And so over time, how do we fill this emptiness? It's the first concept of self-love, accepting yourself for where you are right now and who you are right now. And you have to look around your environment, look for opportunities on how you can change. For me, it was joining my wrestling team at school. For me, it was going into my weightlifting room and doing exercise. Exercise is like the holy medicine for things like this because your body releases these endorphins, which make you happy and make you present. And you feel good about yourself that you actually did something. You accomplished something in the real life instead of accomplishing a pleasurable task like finishing watching that bad video, winning in a video game, which sometimes it does feel good, but not as much as the gym. Well, that's just me either way. Or It feels better than stuffing that burger down your throat. Pause on that. But you get what I'm saying. Self-love comes first, and it's a long, long process. You guys will rush into it and think, oh no, I need to get better by today. I need to get better by next week. I need to get better by 1 month. This took me almost 2 to 3 years to overcome all this. 2 to 3 years. That's a long, long time. How can you even do that? How is that even possible? Ah, man. Well, it is possible. It's just, it requires a lot of self-work. It requires understanding who you are, understanding your past traumas, even though you don't want to dive back into those past traumas or look back at those past memories, because every time you do, they just bring more pain and more pain into the present moment. And I get that. I understand that. It's hard. It's hard to visualize those moments again and relive those moments because you don't want to relive those moments and you hate those memories and you wish that they were to just disappear from your brain forever. But they're there for a reason. They're there to teach you a lesson. You have to view them as lessons. Lessons, 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 lessons. It's like a school lesson. You learn. You learn from it. You have to learn from your mistakes in order to self-love yourself. And you have to just smile and say, wait, I made a mistake. I made a fault. It's not my fault, but even if it was, I still made a mistake. And that's a part of life, is we create these lessons and you can view them as bad all you want, but sometimes I look back at these memories I had where I was being bullied at school, I was being yelled at by my parents, shoved against the wall because I had bad grades, or shoved against the wall by my bullies because that's all they did was to pick on me. But I look back at those memories and I'm like, wait, these are just lessons. These are just tools used to make me a better person in the long run, instead of making me worse for the long run, which they were making me worse for the long run for a while. I mean, it is pretty disheartening when you're on that wrestling mat and you lose a lot of matches because you were always unathletic growing up. You never did sports growing up. So when you're that fat kid out there losing matches, and crying, it takes a big toll on my mentality. But those are all lessons. It teaches me how to become a winner, how to become a champion in the present moment. And it makes me think, wait, I am worthy. I am worthy of success. I had all these losses, but I'm now worthy of the success that is in front of me. I am worthy of succeeding in whatever I put my mind into, whether it's YouTube, the gym, or college. Who knows? It takes deep understanding of yourself. It takes a lot. It takes deep understanding of yourself to self-love yourself and to be aware of all the actions you committed and all the thoughts you think. And it makes you who you are today. It constructs your identity. And you realize, wait, we're humans. Oh my gosh, we can do all that stuff. We can construct an identity of our own. We can think out of the big picture and imagine all these things and pursue whatever we want. And it makes you really realize that you are worthy of more. You are worthy of doing anything you can set your mind to. Because if the person like the 240-pound kid who literally he thought he had zero hope for him, didn't want to do anything after high school and was going to end it, it took him a while to realize that finally that he was worth something. He was worth something in this world. And another subtopic to this is the people around you. I know that you feel alone, but sometimes you never will be alone. We always have those friends that are with us, or those coworkers, or our family, and it makes you realize that you are worth something because you matter to these people's existence. You matter to these people's lives. And I didn't take that for granted. Well, I did take it for granted. I was like, wait, so many people care about me. So why am I thinking that I'm not worth anything? It's because sometimes we get a little selfish and we can't see the good things in the outside because we have such a negative self view. People sometimes, yeah, they rely on you. You created a part of their existence. You created memories for them. So you are worth something to others. Like I was saying before, it's so hard to just see the worth in yourself, but others see the worth in you. And when they express that to you, you don't take it. You're like, oh, well, you're wrong. I'm not worth anything in the end. And when you grow up with depression and anxiety and all these negative thoughts surrounding you, it's hard to see that. It's hard to take a compliment. It's hard to be a little bit more optimistic in your life. And I get that. Growing up, I was never really an optimistic guy. But over time, I grew and I grew and I grew out of the pessimistic side of me and became more optimistic because I saw the value in the outside world. I saw the value in my life and I thought, wait, I'm worthy of doing more than I realize. And you are worthy of doing more than you realize. And like I'm saying, I just hope my words can help you realize that you are worth something. Because other people think you're worth something. I, God man, think you are worth something. Even if you're alone, even if you don't have anyone, right? Anyone that's watching this, I still think you are worthy of something, of anything, as long as you set your mind to it. I know other people are believing in you, but you don't believe in yourself. And that's okay, because that takes time to learn and understand. Back when I first joined the gym, back when I first started lifting weights, I never believed in myself. I never believed that I could develop a physique. I could do anything because I was such a weak kid after I lost all my weight. And that was a whole nother process of self-love and self-acceptance is you just got to keep working hard for it. You got to keep realizing that this is going to be worth it in the end. The reward that is waiting for me is waiting for me. And I'm going to tell you all something. There is a reward waiting for you. You just have to unlock that belief that you are worth something. Because if you realize that you are worth something, then there's a bigger reward than you think waiting for you at the end of the road. And trust me on that. I believe solely in that. You can manifest your reality. You can bring new things into your life. You can change the environment around you. And once all these things start changing, then you start to realize that you are worth more. Even when it comes to college or university or doing exams or starting a business, you start to think to yourself, you're not worth anything. How are people going to see me for who I am? And that takes time. That takes time to develop your skills, develop your skill sets, and people will start to notice you and people will see the worth in you. I see the worth in you. I know that you watching this video, watching me lift or watching this nature clips that I record with my camera, I know you may think, oh, this guy's just saying it to say it, but I truly do mean it. I truly do mean that every single person watching this video is worth something. Their lives matter. Everyone's lives matter. Your life is not as different as the billionaire. Think about it, because every person is each to their own. Everyone is individuals. Everyone is unique. And everyone is actually worth something. And don't think, oh, well, I'm poor, I'm depressed, I'm nothing, I'm not worth anything. You are worth something. Just love yourself again, bro. Y'all got this. Trust.